We were very surprised, I believe, here in Accenture when we expected during COVID that we didn't see an escalation, of attrition. Actually, attrition dropped because Accenture put in place a number of different factors to make life more balanced, shall we say.
I think you touched on something that I want to emphasize. You said the regulation requires, a certain, let's say, number of nationals to be hired as a minimum. And that is what stood out for me, because you speak with so many HR leaders that are scurrying, I think is probably the most politically correct way I could say it, scurrying to meet this regulation in fear of any kind of penalties, right? So, which is understandable, but they're not looking beyond filling that quota. What happens to these individuals? We are talking about people. Let's come back to the main topic. We are a people organization, right? So how are we supporting these individuals? What kind of career paths are we building for them and for everybody else in the organization? Are there clear defined career paths? If we're an organization that requires a very niche or specialized skill set, which is difficult to find within this population, what are we doing to grow that skill set? Are we providing mentorship programs? Are we providing development programs? Are we hiring at an internship level and then growing them to kind of mold into and provide them the skill set that we require for our organization? Does that come with, a promise of a future role and retention? There's many questions that I can go into. But it's great to see that individuals like yourself are thinking beyond just the regulation and taking it as a direct translation of what it is, So thank you for that. And it ties right into kind of where I wanted to go with this. From a UAE national, how, from my perspective, if I put myself in their shoes, what is Kutopi's current strategy doing to incorporate their long-term career growth within the organization?
If I keep it simple with this question for everyone who's listening here, is the career path that we provide for our Emirati nationals is very similar to any other national that works at Kitopi. So we have goals which are set at the beginning of the year. We have something called as, and we really take pride into this, we call it ABCs, which is our ambition, bets, and commitments, which obviously in layman's term or micro HR jargon, I would say it's our KPIs. And we set them for our Emirati nationals as well. And they are as, ambitious as it is for any other expat who's working in the same profile or different department and so on and so forth. So the career path and the performance enablement cycle that Kitopi follows is obviously just the regular one, which is for 12 months. And we look at similar appraisal programs, similar growth programs. But additionally, what we invest into Emirati nationals is their training and their development. That's something that I want to highlight here, is because we have dedicated mentors for our Emirati nationals. And these are the, on-the-job training. So you have the thumb rule of 70-20-10, and we do believe on the 70% is really, really essential for an Emirati national's development and growth within the organization, right? I have personally, when I interview Emirati talent, and I have embarked instances where nationals are at the stage of even figuring out what department suits them, what's the career field that they'd like to embark their career journeys on. And that's where we come in as coaches, and we provide consultation to our nationals as well, doing their competency framework, due diligence, and looking at where will be the right fit for them so that they enjoy the work. And, as the saying goes, you do wonders if you love what you do. So it's very important for us to give that platform to our nationals. So I literally have nationals who comes around saying, I love Snapchat. I want to do branding. I'd like to be a social media influencer. And we provide that. We provide all of this. We test, of course, we assess their skills. And we just see in regards to something called as a bar raiser. That's what we have within the organization, where we assess our talent, skills, and their potential. So somebody could just step in as a fresh graduate, right? And trying to swim their way in the corporate organization and trying to find their ways of how do we do, what do we do. But we try to handhold them until then their journey for at least about 7 to 8 months, where we come to a realization that, yes, they're comfortable, they fit in, they have the right skills, they have received the right tools that are required to deliver the job. and also a path towards, their journey to grow. So they themselves come forward and share with us, okay, this is the area, this is the field, this is how we would like to grow, this is what we want to do. So we have our continuous feedback sessions as well, along with maps. So yeah.
Fantastic. So that's hugely insightful. And I think it's great that you're actually taking into account their interests. And I assume this is also something that you offer to all of your employees. It's not just, So that's fantastic, because then it allows them to also take control in a way of where they want that career path to be headed. And I think that that's something that a lot of organizations don't provide. So it's great to hear about what Kitopi is doing for their people.